Now, I've been playing Minecraft for a very long time, and over the years I've pointed out many things in my videos that I find incredibly satisfying. This game's just full of them, so I thought today we could point out 30 of them. Now let's start things off with an incredibly obvious one: Haste 2 and Efficiency 5. I have mentioned this in a bunch of Hermitcraft episodes, and I mean, I could do this all day long. I absolutely love mining out large areas because I can just do things like this. It never gets old. Another one that is blatantly obvious is, of course, blowing up large quantities of TNT. Now, this is the first thing that I did when creative mode was introduced into Minecraft. I filled the world with TNT and then did things like that. There's just something incredibly satisfying about watching TNT flying everywhere and blowing up the surrounding area. And I have to say, it's nice that I'm playing on a good computer, because in the olden days, it would just basically crash out. Anyway, moving on from the really obvious, getting yourself a Fortune 1000 pickaxe. Now, I'll put the command for this down in the description, but just watch this. Oh, I've crashed the game a little bit. Wow. Alright, outside of cheating, there's very little that's more satisfying to me than being able to sleep first time without having to go through this. I mean, I can't remember the last time I went to bed without having to right-click on it endlessly. Now that is music to my ears. That has to be one of my favourite sounds in the entire game. The sound of water flowing over the top of lava. And also, it holds a bit of a nostalgic value, because I remember when I first discovered it in the early days, I showed it to my friends and they were convinced that I was one of the best Minecraft players in the country. Linking up a pair of nether portals is often really quite difficult. There's a bunch of maths involved, you have to do some dividing and some placing around, and often you have other nether portals around that could cause issues, so it's always very satisfying when it works first time. Finally seeing this happening after a bout of rain and thunder in Minecraft. I hate the bad weather in Minecraft. I mean, I live in England, for goodness sake. I get enough rain as it is in real life. I don't need it on the computer as well. Making a ridiculous bow shot such as this one. I said such as this one. I meant just as this one. I said like this. Maybe something like this. There we go. Yeah, it feels good. But sometimes it's best to not carry a bow and try your best to return to sender. Oh my word, that was so close. Right, we've got this. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, that's... yeah, that's not so satisfying. Now, I don't think anyone's going to argue with the fact that the Elytra are some of the best items in the game, and they're the source of about 90% of my satisfaction. But one thing that is extra satisfying is when you nail the firework launch first time. I mean, it took a lot of practice, a lot of training to get to this point, but I think around about now, I've nailed it. Another thing that I personally really enjoy is trying my best to land on things that I really shouldn't land on. I mean, that was beautiful. Honestly, that was absolutely beautiful. That was something straight out of the textbook when it comes to the School of Flight in Minecraft. This one is fairly obvious, but flying through gaps that you probably shouldn't fly through using the Elytra at high speeds. I just need to get better at this game, seriously. A lot of the things that I've mentioned so far in this video that are meant to be satisfying have ended in me dying. This video's not going so well. Okay, this is the last one to do with the Elytra now, and I don't think it should end with me dying, but that is shooting something while flying. Man, that is more fun than I expected it to be. I mean, I've never really done that before, but this... I feel like a fighter pilot. For those of you who are subscribed to my channel, you're probably sick and tired of this one, but it doesn't get much better than this, does it? I mean, we've got TNT cannon, dirt block, 150 blocks away, boom. It's gone. Piece of TNT shot through all of this, straight down the middle, destroying a block that far away. I mean, it's probably one of my proudest moments in my entire YouTube channel. I'm going to be telling my kids about this, my grandkids even. Anyway, scaling things back just a little bit, having the perfect number of blocks required to finish up a project. Just nailing it, absolutely nailing it. It's always a good feeling. When a redstone contraption that you've spent hours upon hours working on finally works. Now this is my 22 piston extender, and I mean, as you can say, it's pretty monstrous, and I spent a lot of time working out the timings for it, but eventually this gold block makes its way all the way back to the end there. Am I going to show it all happening? I mean, it is, in itself, quite satisfying to watch. I mean, look at these pistons. This is such a ridiculous build. And utterly pointless as well. Totally and utterly pointless. But... there we go. fully retracted. One of my proudest moments of playing Minecraft was preventing death due to the Ender Dragon by stopping myself from taking full damage using a water bucket. Let's see if I can recreate this. Now that was cool, wasn't it? I mean, just when you time that perfectly, it feels very good. Changing the random tick speed of the game always leads to good things. Let's set that to 1000. Let's grab ourselves a grass block. And let's watch. It's like an infection spreading. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. Crops growing is just as fun to watch as well. I mean, look how fast this sugarcane is popping up and down. The wither can't actually destroy it fast enough. Speaking of this, actually, any form of wither-powered farm is a pretty satisfying thing. I mean, look at this. I think it's fair to say that any change of the random tick speed rule is going to be fun to watch. This is a world of saplings that I've just created. And wow, these trees are really spreading. That is... I wonder how densely foresty is going to get in there. Are all of the saplings going to grow? Are we just going to have a big block of oak in the center? This is crazy. And also quite scary. Okay, I guess I got a little bit carried away once again. We're going to scale things back just a tiny bit here because watching sand fall onto a torch. I mean, once again, I remember when I discovered this technique and there's just nothing better. Look at that. Oh, I could watch that all day long. That could be my screensaver. If someone could make a sand falling on a torch screensaver on an infinite loop, then that would really do me. And 3, 2, 1, boom. Water being removed and then watching the water just merge back and just cover up the hole as if it's some kind of like Deadpool style injury recovery. Yeah, that's a good thing to watch. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do it again. Let's do it. Here we have tons upon tons of mobs. And here I have a Sweeping Edge 3 Smite 5 sword. Ooh. Just the noise of all of them dying all at once. I mean, his little friend there, he's got away, but you know what? I'm not into killing kids. This piston door has to be included in the list. I mean, you can't say that that's just not a pleasure to watch. Drop it down, and bounce it back up. It's perfect. Watching fully automatic and relatively efficient farms functioning is always going to be something that I personally love. Now, there's two good things going on here. We've got TNT exploding cobblestone that's being generated over there, and we also have a really cool kind of sinkhole action where we get to watch all of the cobblestone fall down through the center and pour into my absolutely enormous storage system. Big storage systems are also pretty satisfying. There's a lot of satisfying stuff in Minecraft, isn't there? Now, who remembers when this was discovered? The fact that you can sprint and jump up and down very fast on ice streams and travel at high speeds. I mean, with the vibrating of the screen where you're jumping up and down so much, it almost feels like you've enabled warp drive and you're just gonna travel off into space. Oh, those were the days. Speaking of jumping up and down repeatedly, you all know that I'm a big advocate of the old Elytra jumps. This is pretty much how I get around on the Hermitcraft server. I do nothing but jump up and down while running. I don't know why. I don't know if it makes me go any faster, but I just think it's fun to do. I mean, look at this. We're just kind of bouncing up and down. Sometimes you get things like that happening. That always feels good. Yeah, this is the way to run. You know, I find it hard to believe that there's anything more satisfying than starting up a new survival world in Minecraft. That feeling of, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kick things into gear. I've got all these crazy plans for bases that I'm probably never going to complete, but I'm excited for them because right now I'm starting out and I have nothing and I'm gonna have to punch trees, gather cobblestone, get diamonds and everything like that. I mean, that is... Oh, I kind of miss that feeling. It's been a while. Making very risky ender pearls. Now, I want to make it extremely clear that this is... Yeah, that was too risky for me. That's how not to do it. But if you did do it, I'm sure it would feel great. I'm the sort of person that tends to carry tons upon tons of junk in their inventory that they don't generally need. But sometimes it works out in my favor. For example, right now I'm working on this house, I'm in survival mode, and I fancy having some fence posts on this porch area, and, I mean, I randomly just have a bunch of them in my inventory. This has happened a lot on the Hermitcraft server. And finally, I would argue that the most satisfying thing that you can do in Minecraft is to throw stacks upon stacks of diamond blocks into lava. So here we are on the Hermitcraft server. I've gathered up all of my diamonds, and in they go. There we go. Oh, I'm sure that's going to stress some of you out. But anyway, that just about wraps everything up. If there's anything that you think I missed in this video, then please let me know down in the comment section. I'd love to hear all of the things that you personally enjoy. But anyway, if you have enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and check out the latest film on the Filming channel. Link on the end screen.